So hello, welcome to Statistics 1. So for our first chapter, exploring data, the first topic is stem and leaf diagram. So stem and leaf diagram is basically a diagram to summarize your data in one stem and one leaf. So for the example below, I prepared before. The mass score of a class is listed below. Drawn stem and leaf diagram to represent the data. So first of all, we would draw a straight line to separate between your stem and your leaf here. Okay, and then we will draw our key. Is how we can understand the our stem and leaf diagram. Let me take a number like 28 with a line here, mean that 28. So the line here between here. So for our key, like I take an example like 2.8. When we write like this, straight line 8, mean 2.8. This is the key. Well, when we write out the key, so when another person when they use our stem leaf diagram, you can see clearly what is our stem leaf diagram mean. So how can they can read that stem leaf diagram? So for the data here, first of all, we start with an 8. We draw the stem will be 0 because no 0 here, only 8. We don't have any number start with 1, so we step forward to 2 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 8 here. So for the 8, the first data 8, the second one will be 28 because we only have 28, but then we have 48, 45, so we have to draw them in order. So 45 before and 48 another one. You have to make sure that all the numbers in the same line for all of them. The second one for 56, we have 256, so we draw 56 twice, and 159, and we have 262, 264, and 167 here. So then we can see that we have 185 and then we have 288. This is how we can construct a stem and leaf diagram. We have two parts. The first part is the stem and the second part is the leaf. This one is the common between all of the data, and this one is the specific between all of the data. And then we can have the stem and leaf diagram, and we can read the stem and leaf diagram depending on our key in here. This one 2 8 mean 28, so 4 with a straight line 5 mean 45. So the next part we will move to the back-to-back stem and leaf diagram. So for a group of data, like for one group data we will use a stem and leaf diagram, but for a group of data with two different categories, we'll use a back-to-back stem leaf diagram. So for this question, a group of 20 people was asked to estimate the length of a line which they was told was between 1 and 2 meters long. And here are the estimate. We categorize them in two different categories, that for man and for woman. So then we would draw up something called back-to-back stem leaf diagram for two different categories in just one stem and leaf diagram. So they will share the same stem, which is a common part, and they will differ by the leaf, which is the specific part. So now I would draw two straight line here, one here and one here. From here, we can see that the small data was 1.15 and the big data was 1.65. So the data ranging from 1.1 to 1.6. So for this one, I would make them from here 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This time for man, this time for woman. For woman. Uh, so we'll start with the woman part. 1.18 was smallest one, so we write here 8, and we have 1.26 we have 3 of them, 13, so we write 3 of them down, and we have 1 2 here, and the last one will be this one, 1.4. So for man, the smallest one was 1.15. Next we have 1, 6, and 8. I write it this way because they are written this way, from right to left, because when we see it this side, we can read from left to right, but when we write something from this part, we have to write from right to left. So we can see that from here we can understand that 1.21 and 1.26 and then 1.28 in this order, from left to right, from right to left, and this one, this side is from left to right. So I will keep working on this one. Will be 0, 2, 3, and 3. You have 1 and 2. We have 4, and the last one will be 1.65. So from here we also have to draw a key, that how we can understand the stem and leaf diagram. Key for out. We take a random number here. This one, I will take 3, 13, to mean that 1.33 for man and 1.32 for woman. So we have our stem leaf diagram. So from this key, 3 straight line, 13 straight line, 2. So we can apply it to all of here. So let's take a number like 14. We have 1 straight line, 14, and 0. So we can understand that 1.40 for woman and 1.41 for man in the same line. So it's how we construct a back-to-back stem leaf diagram. So the two different category of data, they share the same stem and they differ by the leaf here, this part. So you have to write down the name here for woman and here for man, and we also have to write down the key, that we have 3 parts. For the normal stem leaf diagram, we only have to write like 13, 2, but for this one you have to write both sides of this leaf, stem, and leaf. So mean for both sides, you have to specify the meaning here. 1.33 for man and 1.32 for woman. You have to specify that. So anyone who can whoever use this stem leaf diagram and look at your key can understand that how this stem leaf diagram is understood. Okay. So here I have some small notice for you guys. First of all, for the stem leaf diagram, if you can get some data like this, 72 or 0086. So when you draw them, you can draw like this, 7 and 8, line and 2 and 6. The most important thing is your key. It's how you can understand it. Your key. Like 7, 2 mean that 0072. So if someone take your stem and leaf diagram and read it, they will automatically will understand this one will be 8.6 will mean that it is 0.086. So for the leaf, you are only allowed to draw one number only. So for this part, you can draw like for this one, you can draw like 0, 7, 0, 8. Let me take another example. 0.7002. So for this part, you can write like and 0.9156. So for this part, you can write like 700, 915. Here's 2, here's 6. You can write as many as you want for this the stem part, but for the leaf part, you only allowed to draw only one number only. So here's some of my notice for the stem leaf diagram.